Hello and welcome to the Away Day Review Show. This is Back of the Net. We're an AFC Bournemouth fan channel, and the clue's in the title. This is an Away Day Review Show. We review the away day of every Premier League team we travel to, but there's something that we don't rate, and based on this particular game, just as well, and that is...
We don't talk about what happened on the pitch. We don't talk about the football at all. I'm so glad we're not, because we've got Aston Villa.
Aston Villa are the team that we're rating. Right, Villa fans, by the way, can we say thank you, because we gained a lot of lovely comments, probably because you won, but for our preview, for our vlog, for our second look. And you, my friends, Champions League, it's happening, isn't it? But where are you scoring in the most important league table this season? It's not the Premier League. It's this one we've got on screen right now. Here we go then. You can see that we've got our league table of all the away days that as Bournemouth fans, these are the ones we've done so far. And what you'll see at the top are like loads of weird icons, and you'll see these scores out of 10. Do you want Tom to fill you in? Yeah, okay. These are the different icons. Tom, what do we rank?
So we start with the car parking.
Yep.
So, and depending on how you get there, just all that general stuff before the game. Then we go to the pre-match away pub, if they got one. And then we do the walk to the ground. From there, we do the wow factor, which is we get a fan that's never been to that specific stadium before to give a rating on what they think. The view from your seat, we do a pint, normally at half time. The noise from the home fans, what the atmosphere's like. Then the value for money at the end, and then we add all that up, sort it all out. You do a Carol Vorderman thing, and then we put you in a little league table.
Yeah, that's right. And then, so the different scores that you'll see are based on this tier list, and it starts from just can't score this. I presume that's like absolute crap, is it?
But yeah, you can't get any. That's the worst of the worst. Is obviously 0 points. Then we go 2 points you get is just rubbish. Then you go not the best, above average, happy enough, and a thing of beauty at the top. So that means it's perfection in that particular category. And as I say, then we add it all together, and you can see where you are on the table. And it's shaping up now. We're getting to that latter part of the season now. Can anyone get near Newcastle? Can anyone topple Newcastle?
Can anyone? We will find out. Right then, let's go through the different categories, score them, and then we'll work out where Villa are finishing. Okay, so firstly, car parking, and that also is travel, trains if you're taking the... And you know what? Travelling up to the Midlands, it's not that chore that you sort of think it is it? No. It's a relatively quick journey. We got there relatively quick, I think 3 hours or so maybe. Yeah. And we parked in a residential area, but we were a bit confused really, because we were thinking, okay, pubs, let's try the Barton's Arms, because that's where we went last time. Lovely Thai food. It's closed down.
So we didn't need to think about parking near there.
So what? And okay, so let me think. Witten's Arms. We can go there, can't we?
Home fan only.
Home fan only.
It is now.
Yew Tree. That's been refurbished or something, wasn't it? When it opened.
Can't go in there.
So you're telling me that there are no away fan pubs in and around the
Well, look,
stadium?
Sam, we'll get to that, all right? We will get to that, and they will be getting it. But yeah, there isn't. So, because sometimes, like you're getting at the car park, and we look at what pubs we're going to. And
this is,
but because there wasn't, it didn't matter as much. You probably wanted to get a little bit just close to the stadium, I guess. Yeah. But parking was relatively easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, parking was good. Look, you've got some residential parking if you are going quite a way away from the stadium, but what you'll find is that a lot of roads are sort of match day event parking days, which means you can't park on the road, and that circumference outside the stadium is quite expansive, I've got to say. But we managed to find somewhere on your parking space that was about a 20-minute walk from the stadium, which wasn't too bad. But we worked it so that we went to a pub on the outside of Birmingham. But look, we'll fill you in on that shortly. But in terms of where we parked, I suppose we could gauge it on not necessarily pre-match, but post-match. Yeah, and how quick it was to get out. And where we parked, actually, we did it so that we were close to the M6, although we took a wrong turning. We went M6 north, and so that added like loads more time to our journey back. We just took the wrong turn, and we did go south, which was where we should have done. But in terms of getting out onto the M6, it was quite quick.
Yeah, it was all right. I reckon it's fair to just say above average for this, don't you? It's fine. It's kind of middle of the road, so above average. We'll be kind on them, because I know what the next category is.
So then, yeah, that brings us on to pubs. There's a dearth of pubs that you can go to, i.e. nothing. So we had to go external, didn't we?
I think it's the only time I've gone to an away game and there is no pub.
Yeah.
Which is just ridiculous. I don't get it at all. So as you said, I think last time I went to the Buttons Arms, which is no longer there. So you go, I saw a lot of fans going, okay, we can go to the, what's it called, the Witten?
Yeah.
Is it the Arms?
Yeah, Witten Arms, yeah.
Now that's changed to home fans only. There's U-Tree and other ones, weren't letting them in. So yeah, we went kind of outside, didn't we, just to have some food and a drink.
Yeah.
The Yenton.
Yeah, it's still in Birmingham, obviously. It's in kind of Wild Green area,
Sizzling,
I think.
one of the Sizzling.
Yeah, Sizzler pubs. And you know what? There was a few Villa fans in there. So it's a place, I think it's like your kind of, I suppose it's the equivalent of going to the Iford or something if you're going to watch a Bournemouth game.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
it was fine, by the way. Absolutely fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
And this rating is not going to be on them.
No.
It's not going to be on the Yenton because we had to try and find that. That's not an away pub. We just had to find that on the outskirts.
I mean, the kick-off time made it quite difficult because it was a Sunday, obviously, which means a lot of people have booked their Sunday roasts and stuff. But obviously, you know, we can't rate it based on what the Premier League decided to change to. But thankfully, we managed to get a table there, and the pub itself was all right. But it's just the experience was not overly good for trying to find a pub, was it?
No, it's almost as worse as you can get. So I quite like Aston Villa. We've just said about, you know, if you've subscribed and you're a Villa fan, just stay with us. But I've got to be honest about it. It's the worst experience for finding a pub because there isn't one. So it's going in 0. Just can't score this.
Wow.
Because I can't. Don't give me a pub, then I can't rate your pub, can I? Sort it out for next season. Look, you're massive. You're going to the Champions League. You've been in the European semi-final. Give us a pub.
Give us a pub,
Come on, you're
please.
huge.
There you go. All right. That's it, right.
All right. I'm just going to bring them back. Birmingham got relegated. I would hate to be a Birmingham. We'd be a 8-0.
Walk to the ground then. So when we were back at our parking space, the walk to the ground, it's actually not too bad, really. Fine, it's all right. And I think it's actually a better walk than when we've been to the Barton's Arms before because you're coming in from a different direction then. And you've got some roads that are, you know, if you want a fridge, then just pick one up from the roadside. If you fancy a mattress, just, you know, grab one on your way. This was a better walk in, I've got to say. And it felt like more fans were coming in from that direction. It felt like you could get into the kind of match day spirit on your walk there. And the walk, I think, was about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. So it's a bit in it around there, but the people are lovely, but but the people are amazing. Yeah. So you just chat to the people and that, but the actual it's a bit.
Yeah, it wasn't the best, but
it's a bit.
All right, mate.
I felt like a southern softie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you reckon?
Not the best.
Not the best. All right. Not the best.
Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fair.
Okay, next category is wow factor. What's that then? You know, so when you approach the stadium for the first time, you get that kind of tingly feeling, if you like it. They're like, oh, wow. Yeah. So what we did is we asked a fan that's never been before, and that is Josh, young Josh, who often comes on fan cams. It was his first trip to Villa Park. How did he score it out of 10? Let's see what he had to say.
Aston Villa was a good experience. It's one of the best stadiums that I've been to. It's the best one out of all the older stadiums that I've been to because that stadium's over 100 years old and it's quite a good stadium. But when I came up those stairs to go out to see the pitch, the excitement level was really high, the nerves were high, the atmosphere was great. Just really exciting and enjoyable. So Josh goes for 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I love it because it's like a proper old school ground. And look, if I was to be old, I'd say that the FA Cup semi-finals need to be back at Villa Park, need to be back at Old Trafford like they used to do.
Yeah, no,
have them at the old school stadia and make Wembley even more special. But then I can kind of understand it if you're in the quarter-final and you want to get to Wembley for a semi. So you know what? But I just love the ground.
Oh yeah, I'm with you, mate. Obviously, yeah, like I said, agree with what Josh's saying there. And yeah, I love Villa Park. It's a beautiful stadium, mate.
For a large capacity stadium. You feel close to the pitch.
Yeah,
it's really close to the pitch.
Bang on, mate. Yeah, I really like Villa Park. Always have done. So I'm well happy with that rating.
Yeah. Okay, next then is the view from your seat. Now, like I say, you're relatively close to the pitch. So much so, you can feel the heat from the bloody pyrotechnic box things that are going off. Do you remember that? Where they timed it to like Hi Ho Silver Lining, which I thought the Villa fans, I thought that was theirs. but like Wolves fans do it as well.
Yeah,
also Sheffield
yes.
Wednesday, and I think it might have started there first, but you know what? Villa fans do it the best.
Well done. I was going to say, I'm glad you done that. I was going to say, get some.
They do. Well, I mean, we know this for a fact because we went to Wolves a few days later and we heard them singing it. Awful. But anyway, but the view, can't complain. I mean, we've got lovely suntan and we're very close to the action. You're a bit low, I would say, because you're on the lower sort of tier. But
because we made sure we got quite near the back, didn't we?
Yeah. But you know what? It was fine, wasn't it?
I still think above average is fair. Yeah.
Above average,
yeah.
Right.
I think for the view, yeah, definitely.
All right, above average is what we're going for that. Right, then next is pie and a pint. Now, what we do at the start of the season, we went on the Daily Mirror's website and we looked at the prices for the average price of a pie and a pint at each Premier League ground. And we independently verified these as well to make sure that they were accurate. And we've been through the whole list and we can tell you that at Aston Villa, the price of a pint was, Tom?
It was pretty middle of the road, but they have Amstel.
Yes, they do.
Well, I'm always happy when you got an Amstel. Let us outside. It was a nice day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I was still outside with my Amstel. I was pretty happy, and everything I've heard from people that had a pie and that were all pretty happy.
You know what? I had some food there.
Did you? Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, and it was nice. It was it was great. And by the way, the concourse is old school, but I love it.
I love concourse. Yeah, and we always bring that into it. So, you know what? I reckon we go happy enough.
Yeah, happy
I was
enough.
really happy with my pint outside. I was, I mean, they just equalised, wasn't they? But we don't talk about that. But yeah, it was good, mate. I'm happy with it. And now we're gonna, by the way, next category, the Villa fans. If they're a little bit annoyed about, there's no pub, stop moaning. Now you're in.
Noise then.
Yeah, they're gonna.
And look, I mean, I know it's going to be louder if you win a game.
Of course, yeah.
But
this is before the game as well.
Yeah,
and they went 1-0 down.
Yeah.
What I'd say is if you're a Villa fan in particular, but if this is your first away day show that you've watched, I feel like this category, this season, I've been repeating myself. So I go in, I go, we know what it's like, you're only playing Bournemouth and home and we're rubbish and it's never as good at home, but it was disappointing. I feel like I do that every time we do this category. And Aston Villa have got that and smashed it away. It was the best home fans of the season by mile.
Absolutely. And I even said it on the vlog, and I think someone clipped it up and put it on social media, and they put credit at AFCB podcast. Thank you.
No, lovely.
But it was loud. It was really loud. Brilliant. And it's rare that I ever think that and say it. And even if I think they're a bit loud, sometimes I won't say it on the vlog because I don't know. I felt as though it really was loud.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like I say, there's always context, so we always say it the other way when crowds are really quiet, we go, they're going down or whatever. And Aston Villa had just got through in Europe, and they're all buzzing. But I'll tell you what, they made it a really good atmosphere. And this is before a ball was kicked, it was going. So credit to them. And then, as I say, if you want to put context from the game, they went behind and they were still going. And yeah, really impressive. And obviously watched a fair amount of them this season. They've been on telly a lot and in Europe. And they always seem like they've got a good crowd. I mean, they sing some song. I feel like I know the bloody words to half their songs because you always hear it. And yeah, so credit to them. And I think there's been so many this season that have underwhelmed me that these deserve a lot of credit. It's going in Thing of Beauty. It's going in
I was about to say so.
The best of the season by a mile.
The best atmosphere that we've experienced this season. Yeah, by far. Okay, things are looking all right for them at the moment, I've got to say. Be really interested to see where they end up. Finally, value for money then. Were you relatively happy with the prices that you paid? I certainly didn't.
They didn't let me pay for a pint before the game in a pub, so that's free, wasn't it? But
I looked at the sort of your bank statement afterwards, and sometimes you can tell whether you spent a lot. Parking's actually all right. There are some clubs that mainly in London, I suppose, but sometimes they absolutely rinse you for your parking space. So I think our parking space was like £6, which was all right, and it was actually a really good location. Really, at the end of it, when I look at it, and I think match day programme, the price of a beer and a pint, from what we remember from looking through Santander, was all right.
Yeah.
So I'm happy enough with this.
And I was literally about to say the same, I'm happy enough, and there's a category called happy enough, so that's where it's going, mate. Pretty simple, I think, for that one. So, weird one, because very rarely do we have in these categories, they get something in 10 and something in 0. And that shows. But I think that's a good reflection, mate. And I'm talking while I'm hoping that you're doing your Carol Vorderman.
Oh, yeah.
Are you doing
94. Okay, I think I've got a score. Right, do you want to clarify? I think it's 50 points.
That's I tell you what.
I think it is.
That's strong. I've lost my phone. That is strong. And yeah, we got to always clarify. Even though I trust
it's 24
you,
plus 10 is 34. 40, 46. No, mate, it is 50. It's 50. Just wait. Just wait.
Tell you what it is.
It's coming.
50, mate. That's strong. I know that's strong.
Here's the league table. They go in to fourth spot level
with Brentford.
And
you know what that means?
What? Oh, we have to pick.
Yeah, so we had the same situation previously, didn't we?
Yeah, with Luton and Man United scored the same. So we put Luton above Man United.
I think it was Forest and Everton as well, we had it. We've had a few, haven't we, that have been the same points, so we've had to go, right, who's above who? Haven't we?
Oh, they are.
This is tough.
It is tough, you know.
Look, this is what I'm saying, mate. If Villa fans give us a pub, they could have won this bloody thing, by the way. Yeah. Honestly, you think about it, they got 0 for a category. And they're this high. What are you thinking when you're thinking of Brentford and Aston Villa?
Oh, well, okay, I'm looking. Brentford, we ranked well for parking. The pub, we did all right. Walk to the ground. Wow factor. The view, I admit, it's very good.
What?
Then you know what? The one thing that I always take home with me from a ground is not necessarily the pub. It's just like the noise the fans make.
Oh yeah, same. I don't think about the pub either.
No,
I agree,
Brentford were 2 out of 10. Villa were 8 out of 10.
Yeah, in all seriousness,
and that's my overriding factor for me that would put Villa above Brentford.
I'm happy with that, mate. Put Villa just above Brentford. That's absolutely fine. I get that. I think it's very close, so I'm happy with that. Yeah. So they'll be technically going in fourth place. Yeah. Yeah. No.
There we go. Villa.
I think that's fair.
Fourth.
They just love fourth.
Oh no, they just love fourth place. So there we go. Villa fans, hope you're okay with that. That is our completely what
they forgot a pub though, didn't they?
Yeah, they very good. Yeah. Very good, very good. And look, there you go. That is our review. Look, coming up, how do you want to compare against Wolverhampton Wanderers? If you click subscribe, we'll ping you a notification. It'll probably be out tomorrow. Make sure you view that, see how you compare against the Molyneux boys, and then after that we're going to fill up the other ones because we've got Arsenal to do as well.
Arsenal and then Chelsea at the end.
Last game of the season is going to be Chelsea away, and there we'll have our league table complete. At that point we'll need to rejig it, and then we'll be making sure that we do the complete countdown.
Yeah.
We cannot wait to share that with you. Villa fans, hope you're happy. Hope you're happy with the Champions League. Happy days.
Happy days. Well done, Villa. Just get a pub, please.
Out the chairs.
Out the cherries. God.
Back in the net!